Ladies and gentlemen, because me have to go right into it because I try to save time. You know. Last but not least, you know say the brother them, the Titan brothers. You know say Mr. Byron have run in for the conversation this morning with none other than Mr. Wayne Lonesome, the man in the wilderness. Because of this young lady will attack Nikisha Burchell with her nonsense. And then bring up something that I heard whispers about. But when you hear this in other conversation, you're going to understand why I am doing this reaction. You're going to understand why I actually talk about this. Because this is unbelievable. But let's listen. Let's listen, ladies and gentlemen. Let's listen.
When them get them style from brothers and sisters, your mistake. Where go on, brother? Brother. But you have to teach a young one, you know, because she just said the PMP have a little place for 30. Remember we are 63 years old, brother.
Yeah.
Anyway, PMP have for 30, PMP have for 30, that means JLP have it for 33, brother. 33. So anytime them come and bind up, PMP will it for 20 years. The rest 43, JLP have it for. You see them don't even understand. That's why I say them flow politics alone. Stop talk and push them bullshit. Yes, Byron.
But you all know, fam. Obviously, you know, JLP push her out as one of the new spin machine, but she's serious level. And let me show you. I saw she's now comparing Andrea.
Yes.
Right, explaining that CXC project.
Yes.
Right? In comparison
to government project.
What Omar Davis is doing. So because that's what I want to ask. I want to answer this question.
Yes.
The program that Nikisha Burchell and Andrea was doing, was any government procurement done on that?
No, not the government project. Social mix up our brain man,
So
yes.
The one now which for Omar Davis, right? The tribe should be in himself. Government procurement done on that.
Thank you, sir.
That is government project.
Thank you, sir.
So then this is how she's sorted lunch. She can't differentiate the two.
And she don't know, and she have played it and don't know. She put up this thing before start looking at what she have put up. These are just garbage. Her brains have got examine it.
I've seen where she attack Leon Jackson Miller, but guess what?
Yes.
Let me have some things for her. I can never deal with our Tuesday.
Yeah, of course, have it right up. Yes.
Exactly. We are part of Lulin just exposed to the entire world that she's a political bias. But Tuesday will deal with that. The thing is, Wayne.
Yes.
You understand? Going forward, as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party administration.
Yes.
Their plan in terms of so-called political delivery is to sow chaos and mayhem and confusion. What happened to the plans that they promised? You understand, in terms of thieving the election? What happened to all of those plans that they roll out? But they can't deliver on them. So
no,
they can't deliver on them. They might use all of these destructors. You understand? You know what I want to say?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they can't deliver on these promises.
Yes.
They want to say no, PNP becomes obstructionist. And that they want to say no.
They must say, but with there, we just teach them. And the more them put out there, and the more them do chaos. You know, like when a car drive, brother, and police drive up on a car, in them place here. What them do, them just part up some people because that car's chaos, And if you ask them, just part them and you ask them, like how everybody have them look a platform and them talk, them are just fling the Prime Minister under the bus. Because them don't know what them are talking about, brother. Them can't spin. Because if them listen, them are fling the Prime Minister under the big mama, brother. Them can't spin. Yes. Yes.
Let me just demonstrate it.
Yes.
I saw a man came out and claimed that he's going to hold Ian Hale's feet to the fire.
Yes.
What ask a person? What ask either is something?
Yeah.
The either they understand say is Andrew Holness is the so-called Prime Minister who controls CDF funds. Ask the either the way.
Yes.
Who controls the CDF funds is the Prime Minister. Control the CDF. Let me tell you the responsibility because
never play, Byron. Never play. But yes.
Let me just put out this in your head. The Prime Minister is the person who is responsible to distribute all CDF funds to all of the constituencies.
Yes.
So anything You understand that being shot and being not being delivered and being hold up and blah blah. It is this prime minister need to be blamed.
But no, but no, with all respect for that guy there, I have been promising I'll show him next. If rush the prime minister and tell him say him to do something better, you know. I'm gonna play him out. Him do it. Him call out Andrew Wallace and say Andrew. So me more listen to him more than she. She just try to spin something and go play a video brother where it's mad.
You realize them people that's crazy.
Yes, but no, for that, she has said something else. I want to. She has said something else. And let me tell her something where she them don't know. And the factual, but them nobody never mentioned. Ma'am, let me tell you this. Because Andrew them love spin so 30 years and 20 years, them can't say that. JLP party. Wanna listen me good? See my brother Byron up on the line. Listen, you never hear people talk about this like this before. JLP party, ma'am. Are the only party in a Jamaica. Yeah? Whoever run Jamaica for 6 years and run every seat in a Jamaica. 60 member of parliament from 1983 to 89.
Jamaica, I write the summer have to come in. Who didn't know that? Talk to me now, man. Who didn't know, say, the Jamaica Labour Party did run the country. Every single seat. At the time, it was 60 seats. Who didn't know, say, the Jamaica Labour Party did have Jamaica for 6 years. No opposition in a parliament could have passed any law they want, any legislation, any act, any policy to improve upon the people in life. The Hunger Party for have Jamaica for 6 years. Now, let me tell you something. You see, if me have a country for 6 years, and me in the country well, the party that was the opposition killed and never win back. Any election. You know why? Because I would do everything in my power to put the country in our direction and the people in my prosper. They would never vote for another party again. But you know what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Quite the opposite. The JLP mash up Jamaica so much that, and things were so bad, we make a thing see I never see back and hey, political history. We make a thing see I never see back. One blade not here in a government. Who you think come after 1989? Michael Manley and then PJ. I want to see how PJ deal with him. There was no opposition in 1983 to 1989. Then the time they me a baby in a belly and the JLP a mash up the country. Eh? JLP a mash up the country. It was so bad. It was so bad that the PMP couldn't lose to all the man dealing with the people them. If I was the government and I had every seat, every single seat in a Jamaica, JLP run everywhere, they had no excuses for failure. Nobody could stop them. Andrew Wallace have a similar power in the last 10 years with 49 seats. He never have as much power, but he got close to it. And what has he done, ladies and gentlemen? What has he done? What has he done with that power? He promised prosperity. Wait there for who? You labor right to not prosper or something? What policies and programs have the JLP put in place? With 2/3 in a parliament, 49 seats. What have they done? I know them have the audacity now If you want to come pasture themselves because they know say no money no in that kitty, they know what they do. They know so they mash up the country. So they might try to put out this narrative now say if PMP in a them way for progress, then what happen when they have 49 seats where you couldn't have no progress? Nobody never did in their way. You want to dictate out the thing and the way you want to do. But history shows us this is not the first time. I want to go back and research 1983 to 1989 and look at the economy. Look at the debt. Look at the state of Jamaica. From when they get it and when they carry it come. Hello? The evidence is there. Nobody can argue this. Nobody can argue this. The man they mash up the country. Well, let's continue. Let's hear the teacher them.
Not PMP. That 6 years from 8, remember man they never run, man they never contest. Them get every seat in a Jamaica, and then take that and destroy the place. Yeah? You remember that, Byron?
Exactly.
Them this 6 years straight. 6 years. Remember 9 years that them doing. But for that 6 years there, them remember the food stamp coming in 84. If they have the bag of people locked down the place, locked down. Listen, 6 years straight, no PMP, MP we not have, not even one. And instead of what I'm doing the place. So when me hear them run out and chat, remember before that 1980 them burned down evening time. Yeah? I always put that in my head. When you point out and when they say PMP, them have this for 30 years, I can't go no further than that, 30 years or 20 years. The rest of years we are 63-year-old and the JLP run that place. JLP would have every seat in a Jamaica one time for 6 years straight. 6 years. You see, we have to educate them on these things, Byron. Yeah? 6 years!
We're just glad to be in this space, right? And them can't go around,
So
that's why we are here to educate our people.
Of course.
Because this idiot run out my ears. And I wonder, I said to myself, say,
never play.
The brother is mad.
Never play.
Because, number one, let me ask the brother something. The brother now realize that the Prime Minister, like, responsible for the CDF funds. Is the Prime Minister distribute the money, you understand? To through the CDF, you understand, to all the constituencies.
Yes.
So now wonder what everybody had to talk about. Everybody are really sick all the time.
But and with that serious note in the call of Anthony's team, so I play him. I make you can talk about Ian Niels. But part when him now vote for him and the card the lot, the next part then said we want to work with you. I agree with that. It's better than I want to him say work with him.
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
If he thought that he want right to work with Ian Ears.
Yes.
If that was so, then why Ian Ears have click off the lock?
Him said I know him come to him say go to some other people. So but him say we want to work with you and work for the better for the community. Well with our upliftment speech make him a tick more than she. Because when she come with a complete garbage and say, okay, the whole week I have an MP. Me like that. So I want to push him away, Byron, when him said these things. And then him turn to the Prime Minister himself and say, we need that. So him say something about the Prime Minister what I like to, Him talk to him too, So me I listen, but she also know. Can I play him, me line him up for play, but I finish what she said because she never know say, Jamaica, let me tell her this. From 1983, no contest. Yeah? And the JLP have every seat in Jamaica, not for 1 year, not for 2, but 6. Man, 6. I remember them I ruled out for 9. And any seat when the point about PMP have for 20 years, the next 43 at JLP have it. And like you never get representative. Yeah, it never have none. So when you can't go on and say, hey, the PMP have this and this, if nearly 30, the JLP have it for the 33 and the 34. So go ask the JLP what them do to that seat when he Keisha there. Go ask them. Because see, I got it have it at the 80s. Remember, I know the first 12 years of independence, a JLP have it. Yeah? Man, they get it for 8, and then a 9. A JLP have it too. So the country, with that bill, them destroy the country. Learn your history. Don't just say 18.5, yeah? So 12.
So for full context, I go on direct. Good evening. So for full context, Nikisha Burchell video that she did, this lady on TikTok, Miss Chin, come out and I criticize her and I said, how comes PMP the inner power, how long and not never happened with the seat and the place and basically she has said the JLP come fix things. So he must say, Miss, the JLP has been in power in Jamaica collectively more than the PNP. So when you're gonna look at things that is wrong with these constituencies, most of the blame should be leveled on the JLP. They were in power for more time, more years than the PNP. While they are in power, they are the ones that are responsible for all of the constituencies. Not just the one them where they win. You understand? So the argument that she's making, that's why them come up now and talk about the 6 years where the JLP was in power for and didn't have an opposition. No, the PNP never had that luxury. Listen, me man, if the intention of the JLP was to grow Jamaica and make Jamaica better and not scrape and teeth, it's that 6 years would be the golden years in Jamaican history. They'll be doing, you see the thing them like where Peter Bunting do. You see Peter Bunting? No, Philip Paul. You see what Philip Paul will do with communications. Where all that we can use with the internet and laptop and cell phone everywhere. Them thing that the JLP should do in a them years there. Some innovative for mark and put their stamp in the progress of Jamaica moving forward as a country. Something innovative should have happened to affect our economy in a massive way. Because according to them have the blueprint for economy and economics. You have to big up Mr. Sir Lonesome and Byron and Melting Pot and all of them. The man them give you the blur not history bridging. That's why I have to highlight these things. So other people can know, because young people are watching me, old people are watching me, and some old people don't know neither. Me never know. I never know say 6 years the JLP in a power for no opposition. None. All 60 see? No man. No man. No MP, no councillor, no nothing. Everything at JLP. Yeah, oh God man, you should have Jamaica upon a high. We're not prosperity at the time there. What going? What happened? What took place, TikTok? What happened? How it didn't happen? What it was the opposite that happened. What a failure! What a failure! But we have to understand the agenda at the time. The CIA involvement in that party, specifically the JLP. Jamaica, they want Jamaica thrive, brother. With dollar the too strong, brother. For the local island with dollar the too strong, brother. It's a problem, brother. They rather whip our knees, begging, brother. Going to the IMF, going to the World Bank. Orchestrated infiltration.
12, 10 and 9, about 19. So that's the first destruction. Yeah? And then you see those come catch it up here and go back to the IMF and think, stop that things we want to know. Stop it. I remember JP are the only party who have the whole of Jamaica with 60 MP before we got 63. Represent every constituency, every PMP place where you see now, JP are on that for years. For them MP. And don't look about nothing in it. So them leave it destroyed. And then PMP have to come and build when they win back seat and thing and do this. Same like when they win back some seat, but them have to set some things. You understand, brother? Yeah?
But you're the significance we have to be rooting in that way.
Yes.
Right, and tell the entire world.
Yeah.
Because the Jamaica Labour Party administration is in the power of politics, you understand, more than the PNP. But yet, the PNP have much more programs
of course
than the Jamaica Labour Party. And that is what people need to know.
Yes.
The Jamaica Labour Party administration, you understand, as a result of their trickery,
yes.
you understand, their violence,
yes.
you understand, fight themselves into power and steal themselves into power. You understand? I've done nothing to the country. based on the fact that they spend more time in government, but yet PNP who spend lesser time in government, right, has more solid
Yes, that's true. That's true.
that's established that bill and drive Jamaica forward. So then people need to look at that as a significant thing to understand that the Jamaica Labour Party and true crony capitalism mean country no good.
Yeah. But
no, that is a serious point that Mr. Byron is making. PNP has spent less time and been more effective. They have spent less time in office and have been more effective. That tells you a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I mean, just wow. More policies, built more schools, hospitals, infrastructure, road. I mean, the whole internet, the phones, the company, like electricity. I mean, bro. Just the policies that they put in play, brother, to protect the people. They have done more impactful things that are behind their name. But yes, the JLP have been in power for more years. When they add up how long Jamaica has been independent. Come on, bro. That tells you everything you need to know. Big up all the people in Bolo TBV. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I don't see you typing a lot, but big up on yourself, yeah? Yeah, man. Blessings. Let's continue.
Rubbing this, I have to rub it in to them and make them understand when I say the PNP all this and that. Make them know by a platform tomorrow and we will continue and make them know. So when, remember, you know, independence, I boasted them from 1962 to 72 when man they take it over. For the 10 years gap there, then the 9 years again, after man they took 58, the 9, and then, remember them burn on even tide one. But not that. Them around that from 1983 to 1989, 6 years straight, them would have one PNP MP. Not one. Okay? The JLP do this, and instead of them fix them the work, I can show you, it documented here. Food stamp coming in 1984. People are married things here. New York Times catch it. Think they have everything, but them not digitize it, because they don't want to see it. Because they most part of the sell out. Everything the amount of people they ask them to measure, I say I go put on that. Yeah? It mash up the place here.
Now, when Mr. Lonesome is talking about, I've seen him done a class on it already with the New York Times and the marrying of goods and the austerity measures that the government put out that caused those marrying of goods to encourage it. You understand? The documentation is there. We have seen it. When people come in and chat foolish about PNP, just like, we just laugh off of them because they're not read. If you want to hide stuff from them, put in a newspaper and put in a book. They will never see it. And they will say foolishness like this in the chat. But we just allow them to say foolishness. Continue to make an ass on themselves. Alright? Let's continue.
Stop making them say the foolishness. Who are one of them now? It's there! Can me show it more than one time. Remember me have all of these things, you know. Show that. JP had the on the party run Jamaica with 60 MP, JP MP for 6 years. Yeah? Out of the 9 years when them run the Senate time and destroy the place.
And they have done nothing with it.
Nothing. Every seat.
Remember that
yes.
He did not even contest that election.
No. So them get every seat, them get the seat them.
And did not do nothing.
Thank you. And now we're going to have them out in a chat.
Now, wanna tell me, the historian them, why is it that Michael Manley never contested the seat? Was there some type of threat? Was there some type of violence that was being pushed? Me just ask. I'm just asking. People let me know what I want and let me know in the comment section.
Bullshit. Oh, we have been 30 years. Remember 33. If a 30 years after 33 JLP have that seat, man. It never vacant. Never vacant yet. Yeah? All time, I remember, I will know that JLP did have every seat, every PAP seat, you know. In 1983 to 89, you know. Every seat. So when them say, bro, JLP never win this year, JLP get every seat, them get it. That is a lie again. You know, sir, a PNP always have a seat, and JLP never win it. Who putting up that because them don't know them history? They don't know them history. Go and study. JP have every seat in Jamaica. Get it, man, they never contest from 83. Every seat, till 89 when they win. Every single seat. It has happened for them, you know, because them don't know, you know. Poor thing them. Eh?
I don't know.
PMP have to win it back from them. JP control the whole of Jamaica from 83 to 89.
Yeah.
PMP have to win them seat back. So when they talk about PMP, JP never have them. JP did have every single seat in Jamaica. 6 years. You see, it has done enough for them, you know. Stop chatting the foolishness. Every seat in a brother. And you know, and back to the PMP now. Win them have to win the seat, you know. Eh? You see that, Byron?
But look, you know,
yes.
You know, understand that is a devastating thing, a part of Jamaica Labour Party history in 1983. You understand?
And then they fix the place on them, they fix the better.
Okay. Michael Manley refused to contest the general election. See, because already are not. Right, you can't, and Mike said, all right, you understand, go ahead. They have 63 seats.
60 at a time, but them have the whole place.
Yeah,
60
60
MP.
at a time.
Yes.
Sorry for the correction.
Yes. 60.
60 at a time.
Yes.
And guess what? They have done
nothing.
That's because the party has come up. You understand?
I'll come build it.
And this is it.
Eh?
5 years, I did him. 5 years, I did him. I did not create one goddamn thing.
Yeah.
That is a reckless Jamaican party is. So what
see?
Am I
have it from 83 to 89. From the whole of 83 to 89, we man they back them out. So if them did do something I want, look, remember, you know, JLP get Jamaica for run by themselves and them destroy in at the same time.
I could do some reading now. Just pull up this article right here, so from the Christian Science Monitor. Jamaica stability threatened by one-sided election. Some Jamaicans are becoming concerned that their country's democratic system, is being undermined by irresponsibility of both major political parties in last week's snap election. Only 6 out of 60 parliamentarian seats were contested. Those Jamaicans who choose to vote could merely confirm Prime Minister Edward Seaga total control of country's top legislative body. Only 20% of eligible voters cast their vote. So, the Jamaica Labour Party has been benefiting significantly over the years from these types of situations. Anytime there's a low voter turnout, they benefit immensely. Very interesting. Very interesting. Mr. Seaga feeling threatened by a surge of post-Grenada popularity had decided to call election 2 years earlier than scheduled. Oh, so when Andrew Wallace did call it 6 months earlier than scheduled, a Seaga book playbook you want to run out, but yet still in this election here. What do you? Then wait till last minute. It tells you everything you need to know, comrades, and all well-thinking Jamaicans. Look at the pattern of behavior. Anyway, it says here, although this is permitted under Jamaican law, the elections were called under circumstances that prompted the left-wing opposition leader and former Prime Minister Michael Manley to boycott them. Mr. Manley withdrew his People's National Party from the electoral process with Seaga when Seaga broke an agreement not to hold elections until a new voter registration list was completed. Skullduggery. I knew there had to be something. Skullduggery. The art of the Jamaica Labour Party. Skullduggery. Broke an agreement, right? To wait until new voter registration list was completed. Skullduggery, theft. Talk to me, no man. Mighty God. The voters list used last week were made up before the 1980 election and did not include Jamaicans who were underage at that time, but who now are eligible to vote. A new voters list with younger, more radical electoral makeup might have worked to Manly's advantage. Most observers say that Siaga called election not only because of his post-Grenada popularity, but also because he worried his popularity would slip under economic hardship. Hello? They mash up the country. Already it did a mash up before 1983 election. Huh? But the economic hardship. Economic hardship when I reach the people them. You wanna talk to me now, man? Read, labor right, read. His popularity would slip under economic hardship expected to accompany the devaluation of the Jamaican dollar. Mighty God! What me telling you say? Our strength of our dollars was slipping. I remember when my mom used to tell me what $50 could do, and when you go to the supermarket, before I was born, compared to when they mash up the country and make the dollar start slip. Hello? Can I get an amen? They think Manley withdrew because he knew he did not stand a chance of winning the election with either the new or old voters list. According to one prominent long-time American observer of the Caribbean scene, thinking people in Jamaica condemn both Siaga and Manley for placing political gamemanship above the stability of the system. It's hard to say for certain, but it might be that Jamaicans will consider the undermining of the Westminster parliamentary system a more heinous crime than violating a political agreement. This has basically been a political error by both sides. So, people are saying, and I don't have any problem with that, that Michael Manley should have not boycotted. Cool. Yeah. People can disagree, people might not. But I would say, why not honor an agreement? You are a snake. You are, bro, man, anybody that don't have character cannot tell me nothing. That was low of Siaga. You understand? The agreement is, if you want true democracy, wait till the voters list is upgraded or done properly and then call the election. But selfishly, because he knows that in popularity I got doing because people are so far compared to what they when I lived before under his leadership. He called election 2 years early. 2 years. Jamaicans prize their political stability because in recent years they have not always been able to take it for granted. While Michael Manley was Prime Minister in 1972 to 1980, Jamaica society became polarized in a debate over his increasingly radical economic and foreign policies. Manley nationalized a significant portion of Jamaica's large industry. He also attempted to redistribute national income so that more of it reached a substantial number of poor Jamaicans. Poor Jamaicans! Although he succeeded in ameliorating, what does that mean? Hold on. Ameliorating, hold on. Ameliorating. What does that mean? Ameliorate means make better. So hold on. Wait. So although he succeeded in making better the living conditions of the poorest islanders, he did so at the expense of general economic growth, with 25% drop in total GNP between 1973 and 1980. What is GNP? General economic growth. There was a scarcity of foreign exchange for imports. which led to corresponding scarcity of consumer goods throughout the island. Mali did, however, follow a policy of imports substitution and develop local industries which were not very efficient. Finally, he gained the enmity of the United States by maintaining close relations with Cuba leader Fidel Castro. Enmity. What does enmity mean? History this, you know. Political history this, you know. Enmity. This man was the Ibrahim Troy of his day, yeah? He was the Ibrahim Troy of his day. Enmity means intense hostility. So the America was intensely hostile towards Jamaica because Michael Manley decided that he was going to have a close relationship with Fidel Castro. Hello? A lot was going on, ladies and gentlemen. Edward Seaga and the Jamaica Labour Party is the enemy that was formed against poor people in Jamaica. Period. Period. Because what Manley was doing for poor people, they never liked that. The poor people's lives were improved. Obviously, there were some things that you would need to, you know. Nothing's perfect. But over time, in making production efficient and being self-sufficient, it would have worked out. You get me? It would have worked out. But I will take his approach over the JLP approach any day. Majority of the people suffering and a few feel good and nice and wealthy and rich. On the stink, man. But the people who choose Jamaica, when you can continue suffer. One suffer, man. Because of that you don't want. Because I feel them approach that. Few wealthy, majority suffer. Continue. I'm going to left it right this. I'm going to left it right this. I'm going to left it right this. I rather Michael Manley approach with some tweaks. Because we have more knowledge now and we have the know-it-all. You see me? Yeah, man. But the tweaks them already there, you know. You see, the fiscal rules, that is the tweak. The fiscal rule to make sure say the GDP, debt to GDP, stay upon a level and the debt continues to go down to a level. That is the tweak. That law that was put in place to make sure say every government have to follow it, that is the tweak. Now you can focus on local farming. Now you can invest more in our local farmers. So we can increase productivity. But what is the JLP doing right now? They are increasing our importation bill. In a more dangerous time, when foods from overseas are worldwide, especially in America, no disrespect, it is what it is. But worldwide, what America allows in their food is not allowed in Europe. For obvious reasons. And those are the foods we are importing. And we wonder why the people are sick. We wonder why the people are sick. Big up Mr. Wayne Lonesome. Big up Mystic Sensation. I would encourage you guys to make sure that you go to both their platforms and subscribe. Subscribe to Out of the Press as well. And Isabel Rose. All the good stuff, man. Perry in Christ on TikTok. Nikisha Birdshell, you know, PMP, all PMP platforms. Go ahead and subscribe. Alright? Bless up on yourself. And let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section, man.